I wrote an ebook, uploaded it onto Gumroad, and earned $1,000. In this video, I will show you how much I earned and the step-by-step process I used, which you can copy to successfully launch your own digital product. Now, I daily get asked how big your audience should be before you launch a digital product. And considering the effort it takes to create a good product, I personally wouldn't launch a product if you're below 10,000 followers. I know that might sound like a lot, but if you have less than 10,000 followers, you simply don't reach enough people to make some serious sales. Here's an example. Let's say you have 1,000 followers, and now let's assume that 1% of your audience convert into customers within a year, which is a good estimate. Then you would get 10 customers, and 10 customers times a $30 product is $300 within a year. And I don't know about you, but I want to make more than $300 a year for my efforts. This is why I launched my ebook at around 30,000 followers. So if you're below 10,000 followers, I would focus my time and energy on growing your audience, or offer some high-priced services where you only need a handful of clients to make some serious money. Okay, but how do you find a product idea for your audience? To be honest, you don't need to be heavily creative for this, because in order to create a successful product, we want to create a product based on a demand and not just invent something randomly. And if you have an audience, you likely already get a lot of the same questions from your audience. This is your demand. In my case, many artists asked me in my DMs for tips on how to grow their audience. So I decided to write an ebook that helps artists to reach more people. And if you don't know the struggles of your audience, it's time to find it out. You can, for example, make an Instagram post or story where you simply asked for their biggest struggles and how you can help them. This should give you enough input to come up with a good product idea. But how do you even know if you have a good product idea? A good digital product sells a transformation, something that helps the customer to go from point A to point B. The biggest issue I see among creators is that they decide to sell a gadget and not a product that transforms the customer. Let's say you're a video editor and you plan to sell a sound pack for $20. Then this sound pack is a gadget. It might help the customer to improve their videos slightly, but they won't see significant improvements. Instead, you could create a $100 video editing course that helps the customer to actually improve their videos, and you add the sound pack as a free bonus. This way, your customers will get better results and you get better reviews, which ultimately leads to more sales. And meanwhile, you also can charge more money for your product since it contains more value.
Knowledge.
So write this down. Sell a transformation, not a product. Okay, now where we have a good product idea, we need to create the product. And I see a lot of creators who never publish their product because they want to make everything perfect. So instead, you want to create a MVP, a minimum viable product. Let's take my ebook as an example. I simply started writing my ebook in Microsoft Word. You also could use Google Docs if you're broke. And I also designed it in Microsoft Word, so the first design looked awful. But later when I launched it, it still got nice feedback, and I simply kept improving it later on by adding more chapters and doing a redesign in Canva. So this is your reminder to simply get an alpha version of your product out there. Because here's the issue. Let's say you want to make everything perfect and spend years crafting the perfect product only to find out that people don't need or like it. So instead, you want to publish a MVP as fast as possible. Once you publish it, you will see based on the feedback and sales if this product is worth improving or if you should test a new product idea. Also, while you create this MVP, make sure to post about it. This is called building in public. It's a great way to teaser your new product and already soft promote it to your audience. In my case, it took a couple of months to write my ebook, and I paid someone from my audience who lives in the UK $50 to proofread it. Okay, now where you have a product, how should we price it? To come up with a price, I would use this formula. What's the amount you want to earn? Write this number down. Then take the number of followers you have and multiply it by 1%. This is the conservative amount of customers you can expect within a year. Now take what you want to earn and divide it by the number of customers. This is how much you would need to offer your product for to reach your goal. Now, it's important to also adapt your price depending on your product. People, for example, won't pay $50 for a simple template, so if you want to charge this kind of price, you also must make sure that your product offers this kind of value. Okay, now where we have the price, we also need to think about how we should price the product in the future. The Twitter influencer Daniel Vasello once wrote a very good thread about this, and there are mainly two pricing strategies: start low and increase later, or start high and decrease later. Here are the pros and cons of both. When you start selling your digital product, you will most likely sell to your most loyal fans at first, and these are ready to pay a higher price for your product. So by starting with a high price, you're able to skim off what your true supporters are ready to pay you. The issue, however, later when you decrease the price, you need to promote the decreased price also to the people who already bought from you at a higher price. So they might feel scammed and are less likely to buy from you the next time. This is why I started with a lower price and increased it over the time. I started selling my ebook at $12 and increased it now to $20. Now where you have the price, you need to choose a platform to sell it through. I chose Gumroad back then, and I am quite happy with their support. But here's the issue. Recently, they increased their fees from 5% to 10%. This means if you sell $100,000 worth of digital products, Gumroad will take $10,000 of that. So I am not sure if I still would choose them if I had to start from zero again. Some other good alternatives are Lemon Squeeze, PayHip, StanStore, Kajabi, or your own shop. And by the way, if you enjoy this video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more case studies like this. Okay, we now know where to sell the product, so we now need a landing page. A landing page is where you present the product to your audience and try to show them why this product will fix their problem, because eventually, people will buy your product if they are aware of these three things. The customer needs to know their problem. The customer needs to know about your product that solves this problem. The customer needs to be convinced that your product is able to fix this problem. If these three things are given, people will buy from you. So pick out your pen and paper, because here's what a killer landing page needs. To make sure that these 3 points are taken care of: a story explaining who you are and why you're an expert in this field, the pain point of your customer, how this product will fix their pain point, reviews from other customers to show that it actually works, a guarantee like a 30 days money-back guarantee so that this product becomes a no-brainer deal. If you do this well, you can expect a conversion rate of 2 to 5%, which means that out of every 100 visitor, 2 to 5 people will convert into a customer. I simply wrote my landing page within Gumroad, but you also can use other tools. Okay, we're almost ready. What we now need is a good plan for our promotion phase, because the #1 mistake I see creators making when launching a product is to not promote it enough. Write this down. I never saw a creator promoting too much and always see them promoting it not enough. Many creators just make a post about their product the same day they launch it and hope sales will automatically roll in. But no, that's not how this works. If you do this, you can be sure that you won't even reach 10 sales. Because in marketing, we say that people need on average 7 impressions before they even considering buying something. And meanwhile, your Instagram posts never reach 100% of your audience. So you need to plan out a promo phase in advance. Plan at least 2 to 3 weeks before your launch day just for content to promote your new product. And also make use of every single marketing channel you have: your posts, your Instagram story, your Discord server, and your email list. Now, during this phase, you don't want to annoy your audience with the same boring advertisement post over and over again. No, during this phase, you really want to post multiple creative posts about your product to keep your viewers engaged. It's also important to not only post advertisements, but also your usual content as well, to not annoy your audience. So during this phase, I increase the volume of posts so you can post more ads while also posting your normal content. If you, for example, usually post once a day, then post 1 to 2 times a day during this phase. To make sure your launch doesn't flop, you can also create a waitlist. You can offer exclusive perks like a cheaper price for the people who join the waitlist. Through a waitlist, you make sure to actually make some sales guaranteed, so you don't have to be scared to wake up to 0 sales on your launch day. Back when I launched my product, I simply asked people to DM me if they want to be on the waitlist, and 2 days before launch, I sent them the link to the product as a pre-sale. If you use these strategies, I can guarantee you that your product launch will be a success. But what happens after your launch? After your launch, you want to collect some reviews to increase social proof and sales. But don't wait until people give you feedback. Be proactive and come to them. So, as soon as you launched your product, you want to DM your customers and ask them for a review. The faster you DM them, the higher the chance they leave a good review, since they still remember all the content from your product. Then simply add those reviews to your landing page and use them in your ads. This is the exact step-by-step plan I used to launch my ebook successfully. So selling a low-priced product like an ebook can earn you 5 to 6 figures if you do it right, but it won't make you filthy rich. In order to reach that sweet 7 to 8 figure range, you need to increase your LTCV. What's a LTCV? Let me explain it at the example of McDonald's. McDonald's sells burgers for $5 to $10, so they also sell very cheap products. But think of it, how much money did you spend in your whole life at McDonald's? Probably multiple hundreds to thousands of dollars because you keep eating and eating there, you fat fuck. So the LTCV is the lifetime customer value, how much revenue a customer will bring you over the long run. And if you analyze all these big companies out there, you notice that all of them try to maximize their LTCV. Apple keeps selling you more products and apps. McDonald's upsells you on a McFlurry, and Mr. Beast keeps selling you more lunchies. So no, you won't become rich by selling a single ebook, but you can by offering even more valuable products in the future. And if you currently struggle with growing your audience, feel free to check out my last video where I showed how I grew my audience from 0 to 100,000 followers. I hope you enjoyed this video, the unique insights, and now get that bread.